right here. Smell that?
We love you, Papa Charlie. Really?
Hi, time travelers. Today let's dig into some 80s TV shows that did not last long and were, well, let's just say shows that were perhaps a bit before their time. While the shows were flops, the actors they gave us turned out to be big stars. And with that, let's see if you know any of these TV shows.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home.
I don't know about you, but I've always been a fan of musicals, and that's probably why Electric Dreams is still one of my favorite movies of all time.
And my name's not Moles.
And this show attempted to bring the joy of song and dance to the small screen. Think of it as Sound of Music meets Little House on the Prairie, with just a dash of sibling shenanigans. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is a television series that aired from 1982 to 1983, and it was based on the 1954 musical film of the same name, which it turns out was inspired by a short story by Stephen Vincent Benet. The TV series was developed by Chris Brancato. The show was set in the 1950s in the Oregon Territory, and follows the adventures of the McFadden brothers. The brothers are based on characters from the original film: Adam, Ben, Caleb, Daniel, Ephraim, Frank, and Gideon. The series explores their lives as they try to run their family farm and find love. The show received mixed reviews during its run and faced tough competition from other popular shows, and it was canceled after just one season and a total of 22 episodes. However, the cast included MacGyver himself, Richard Dean Anderson, and a young River Phoenix that would go on to be a huge star.
You okay?
You alright?
I am now. I've never been so scared in my life.
He played Guthrie McFadden. While the series didn't achieve significant success, it has become beloved for those that appreciated the adaptation of the film.
You know, when I get over being grateful you're alive, you got a lot of explaining to do.
There ain't nothing in the world that I wouldn't do for my brother. Would you wrestle a bear? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything's Relative is the show that made us question just how much family is too much family. It's an American sitcom that has two brothers living together in the same home despite their many differences in life. The Beebe brothers, Julian, a divorced, hardworking 33-year-old businessman, and Scott, a single 25-year-old womanizing construction worker who share a loft in the Soho section of Lower Manhattan.
Sheila doesn't click on the first date.
Yeah, that's right, I remember. I don't think we clicked till at least the fourth date.
Thanks for telling me that, Scott. How could you do that to me?
Do what?
Sleep with a woman I'd be dating someday.
Despite their different lifestyles, values, careers, and social lives, they try to make it work. It's a television sitcom that aired on CBS in 1987, and it was created by Marshall Karp. Unfortunately, it had a very short run, lasting for only one season and 10 episodes. The ensemble cast included John Bolger, Gina Hecht, and gave us Jason Alexander, who would go on to be in Seinfeld, Shallow Hal, and others. Despite the talent involved, Everything's Relative faced tough competition in its time slot and struggled with low ratings, leading to its cancellation after just one brief stint on television.
This body is crying out to be sculpted.
So those are the noises I hear coming from his bedroom every night.
You always could make me laugh.
Well, I'm the funny one.
While the show didn't achieve long-term success, it's remembered by some for its premise and the comedic talent of its cast, particularly Jason Alexander, who later gained widespread fame for his role as George Costanza on Seinfeld.
All right, that's it for me. We're good, everybody.
The Secrets of Midland Heights. And it did have secrets, intrigue, and probably a neighborhood gossip line. It's Desperate Housewives with just a little bit of Twin Peaks in the 80s. A murder mystery that kinda falls flat, to be honest, and it's a spin-off of Dallas that failed to capture the magic of the Ewing family. Because of this, the show aired for just one season, from December 6, 1980 to January 24, 1981. Despite having an intriguing premise, it failed to capture an audience and was canceled after just 13 episodes. The series is set in the fictional town of Midland Heights and revolves around the lives and scandals of its residents. The show explores the secrets and intrigues hidden beneath the surface of this ordinary town.
Secrets of Midland Heights, a series of petty thefts, highlights the personal problems of Ann Dulles and the Millington family.
I think your friend just stole a pair of earrings.
Excuse me, Mrs. Harris, but that's crazy. Anne could afford to buy your whole store if she wanted.
Anne? You know what happens if they catch you? You can't arrest a Millington.
Want me to break your wrist?
I want to go.
All right, you can tell the cops.
Let me go.
Stop that girl! She's a thief!
Secrets of Midland Heights continues tonight at 10:30 here on ITV.
The characters include various families, and the narrative weaves together their personal and professional lives, creating a tapestry of drama and suspense. Now let's talk about that cast. You have Stephanie Powers, Stephen Mock, and Linda Hamilton, who you might know as
Sarah Connor.
And for fans of The Office, you may recognize the actress who plays Mickey Carroll. That's Melora Hardin, the chaotic boss and sometimes love interest of Michael Scott, played by Steve Carell. She would be Jan Levinson or Jan Levinson Gould, depending on what season you're in.
You are so right. You are so right. Because before I lived here, the glass was always covered in smudges. And I moved in and I cleaned it. So I guess that makes me the devil.
You are! She is the devil! I'm in hell! I'm burning! Help me!
You shouldn't joke about that.
The Secrets of Midland Heights faced tough competition in the time slot and struggled to find that audience. The combination of complex storytelling and intense competition from other popular shows are likely contributed to its early demise.
Unique undercover cops. Tom Mason is Freebie, Hector Elizondo the Bean. Watch them track down your funny bone on the premiere of Freebie and the Bean. Then, come and learn the secrets of Midland Heights, where the parents long for their lost youth and the youth hunger for experience. 2 new show premieres, Saturday.
Hey, I'm talking to you, pal. You're dealing with the meanest parole officer in this district. If you mess up one time, I'm gonna send you back to the slammer to make license plates. You got that? Get out of here.
Report to Murphy is an American television sitcom that aired on CBS during the 1982-1983 season. It had a relatively short run, lasting for just one season, with a total of 13 episodes. The series is set in a police station and follows the daily lives and activities of officers who work there. And it stars the one and only Michael Keaton as Parole Officer Murphy. Report to Murphy was a workplace sitcom that focused on the humorous interactions and challenges faced by the characters in a police station. Despite featuring Michael Keaton, who would go on to achieve significant success in Hollywood.
And we've got a brand new show on 1011 Strong. It's called Report to Murphy, and this guy is Murphy. His real name is Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton, answer question numbers.
Michael Douglas.
Michael, oh, you're related to the senator.
No. What senator?
Senator Douglas.
Oh, no.
No, you're not related to him. Are you related to Diane Keaton?
No.
Not at all. With a name like Keaton, there aren't that many Keatons.
I'm not related to anybody.
The show struggled to find a consistent audience and was ultimately canceled after its first season. While Report to Murphy may not be as well known as some of Michael Keaton's later projects, it remains part of his early career in television, and the sitcom is an example of numerous shows that faced challenges in the competitive landscape of television program during the 1980s. Who Who doesn't love a little magic with their crime solving? Tucker's Witch gave us just that. It's a blend of Bewitched and Columbo, because why not solve crimes with a touch of the supernatural? This is an American television series that aired on CBS during the 1982 and 1983 season. And winning for the shortest role in this video, the pilot starred Kim Cattrall, who would go on to many amazing 80s roles such as Big Trouble in Little China.
Why are you dressed like that?
I was getting married. He was marrying both of us just because my eyes are green too, I guess.
However, it was her role in the adult teen film Porky's that would cause the producer of Tucker's Witch to recast the lead role.
Oh, smell that air. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The boys' locker room.
And it ended up starring Tim Matheson, and Kim Cattrall was replaced with Catherine Hicks, who you may remember from Star Trek IV, among others. The series combines elements of detective drama with a touch of supernatural as it follows the adventures of a married couple with unique abilities.
They have proven conclusively that a spirit put in a negative situation will send out certain messages.
The characters are Amanda and Rick Tucker. Amanda is a freelance journalist and Rick is a criminology professor. The twist in the series is that Amanda possesses psychic powers, including the ability to solve crimes with her extrasensory perception. The couple uses Amanda's abilities to assist in mysteries and crimes. Despite such an interesting premise, Tucker's Witch faced challenges to find that stable audience and was canceled after just 12 episodes. Maybe they should have kept Kim after all.
I'm dating a guy with the funkiest tasting. And she's never coming back.
Today was the worst day of my life. Okay, alright, maybe not the worst. The worst was Saturday, when my mother left. Today is Monday, the second worst. The first time I have to face everyone since she's been gone. I call it Black Monday.
You have any dairy product?
Raising Miranda made single parenting look so, well, 80s. It's a father-daughter sitcom that's like Family Ties, but with more hairspray. It aired on CBS during the 1988 and 1989 television season. The show was created by Peter Noah and stars James Naughton and Royanna Black in the lead roles. The series revolves around the character Miranda Lucas, played by Royanna, who is a teenager being raised by her single father. James Lucas was portrayed by James Naughton. And in the show, Miranda's mother had passed away, leaving James as the sole parent. The show explores the challenges and humor that arise as James navigates the complexities of parenting a teenage daughter. However, it would also have Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston as Uncle Russell, before Malcolm in the Middle, and of course Breaking Bad.
To have your dad help out with your homework? The 3 stages in the death of a star.
White dwarf, red giant, and
Green giant. Have your crazy uncle move in.
I'm getting it together.
Right. Ready to have some fun with growing up?
We're looking good here, Miranda.
Then get ready for Raising Miranda, premiering Saturday on CBS.
The TV show had a family-centric theme and often dealt with the typical issues that arise in a parent-teenager relationship. The series aimed to blend heartwarming moments with comedic situation, and it featured a cast of characters surrounding the central father-daughter duo. Despite such a promising premise, Raising Miranda again faced tough competition like many shows of the time. As a result, it was canceled after only 1 season. Royanna Black, who played the daughter, continued her acting career in both television and film until her passing in 2020. While it didn't enjoy a long run, it remains part of the television landscape in the late 1980s and is remembered by me and some other viewers as being a pretty dang good show.
So what do you do?
I'm a hairdresser, Jack. I'm a contractor.
Blueprints. Oh, yeah, I love this stuff. You know, I'm thinking about becoming an architect. You ever read The Fountainhead? Great book.
Let me get Miranda for you, Jack.
Hey, I'll drive you down to my pickup.
In the truck from hell? I think not.
Come on, what are you talking about? My truck is cherry.
Cherry? The wrong fruit, Booch. Try lemon. Lemon.
Boys Will Be Boys is a sitcom that aired on Fox during the 1987-1988 television season. Boys Will Be Boys was originally titled Second Chance and premiered in 1987. The original plot was about Charles Russell, a deceased man, and Matthew Perry, who played his younger self, who was nicknamed Chaz. When the older version of Chaz passes away, he is sent to a spiritual place, and they deem it worthy to send him back to Earth to help his younger self in 1987 to make moral choices through his teenage years. After a little over a month off the air, the series returned in January 1988 under the new title Boys Will Be Boys. In the revamp, the supernatural element was gone, and now it just solely revolved around the teenage antics of Chaz, Booch, and Eugene. This short run limited the opportunity for a show to develop a substantial audience or make a lasting impact.
I know this guy and he knows some other guys. And maybe this guy or the other guys or the guys that those guys know can help you out.
However, it would be Matthew Perry, who played Chaz Russell, that went on to achieve widespread fame for his role as Chandler being on the highly successful sitcom Friends, which premiered only a few years later. Despite its brief existence, Boys Will Be Boys is notable for being an early project for Matthew Perry before his recent passing. Matthew would be a constant actor in many of the greatest 80s sitcoms. He has had guest spots in Charles in Charge and Silver Spoons, just to name a couple.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Pembroke. I'm Mr. Pembroke. Nice to meet you. I'm Ed Staling. Solid! Solid as a rock, that's what we are. Hey, what are you doing? Turn it back on, Rick. The party's over. Will someone call the cops? No, no one called the cops. I want everyone out now. What a bummer, Nick. Yeah. Come on. What is this? Come on, guys. Hey, hold on, buddy. Look, if anyone has a key, please put it in here. Thanks a lot.
And the Friends cast would have other short-lived shows before Friends, such as the early 90s show that Jennifer Aniston was in, which was the really bad TV version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And Courtney Cox was everywhere back in the day, such as Misfits of Science, which we talked about in this video here. Renegades, featuring Patrick Swayze in a role that would foreshadow his later Dirty Dancing days. Undercover cops, gritty drama, and enough suspense to keep you on the edge of your seat. The Renegades is an American television series that aired for only one season, from March to April in 1983. The show is known for starring Patrick Swayze in one of his early television roles. Maybe that's not such a good thing that your show is only known because it has somebody we know in it. The Renegades is a crime drama series with a focus on undercover police work. The series follows a team of unconventional undercover cops who work for the Organized Crime Bureau in Los Angeles.
Hey, wait a minute. Just wait one lousy minute. I've got something to say, all right? I got a few choice items you guys ought to hear, you know? Hey. Hey, what? Okay. Hey. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell them.
Patrick Swayze played the character Bandit, the leader of the Renegade team. The show emphasized the gritty and dangerous nature of undercover operations, showcasing the challenges faced by law enforcement officers as they infiltrate criminal organizations. Despite having a strong leader in Patrick Swayze, Renegades only lasted 6 episodes, as it struggled to find a consistent audience and faced competition from other shows airing at the same time. While Renegades was short-lived, we all know Patrick Swayze's career continued to ascend, and he went on to become a major Hollywood star with roles in iconic films such as Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Roadhouse. This show remains a part of Swayze's early body of work in the entertainment industry.
Casablanca, city of hope and despair.
Now we all remember Hector Elizondo and Ray Liotta from their roles in that classic icon Casablanca. No? Well, actually, yes.
You must remember this.
because Casablanca is a television series that aired in the 1983-1984 season. Yes, it was inspired by the classic 1942 film of the same name, which starred Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. The TV series, however, is not a direct continuation or remake of the film, but rather a loose adaptation. The show is set in the exotic locale of Casablanca, Morocco, and follows the adventures of romantic escapades of a diverse group of characters. The central character, Rick Blaine, who is portrayed by David Soul, owns a nightclub and casino, and Sacha, played by Ray Liotta, is Rick's friend and confidant. We would also see Hector Elizondo as Captain Louis Renault, and Sam would be played by Scatman Crothers. Casablanca attempted to capture the intrigue and romance of the original film, but it faced challenges in living up to the cinematic classic.
Boss, I'd like to speak to you. You ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say.
Why say it?
Somebody gotta say it. You're making a fool of yourself. And if you don't stop, you're gonna get hurt. And personally, I think you're gonna get hurt real bad.
Stop talking, Sam. You don't know what you're talking about.
The series did not achieve significant success and wasn't very good. However, Ray Liotta would go on to be in Field of Dreams and Goodfellas, just to name a couple.
You are new to Casablanca, Mademoiselle?
Delaney. Jenny Delaney. I just got here from the sunny south of France. And I may write Michelin about this pastry.
One of the Boys is an American sitcom that aired on NBC during the 1982 and 1983 television season. And it had an all-star cast. Mickey Rooney, Dana Carvey, Nathan Lane, and Meg Ryan in some of their early roles. The show centers around Mickey McKenzie, played by Mickey Rooney, a grandfather who moves in with his grandson, Corey, played by Dana Carvey, and his roommate, Oliver, played by Nathan Lane. And Meg Ryan played the role of Jane, Oliver's girlfriend. The premise revolves around the generational differences and comedic situations that arise as Mickey adjusts to living with two younger men.
Adam, please. Me? I'm the soul of tact.
Mrs. Green?
Hi there, Macy's.
What did she mean by that?
Not a thing, not a thing.
Have you got a feeling that lately Mrs. Green is getting a little ya-ya? Hold out your hand. Here we are. This will make a 1,000. Here's another payment, huh?
Another long shot come in, Mr. Nugent?
No, I got this portion from my bank.
Despite the presence of such talented actors, One of the Boys struggled with low ratings and as a result was canceled after only one season. It remains notable for featuring such an amazing cast. Now there's your blast from the past with some 80s TV treasures, time travelers. While these shows might not have gone down in history as classics, they left their mark in the world of nostalgia and gave us some great actors that we know and love today. If you like this video, here's another video you might enjoy. And if you have any great ideas that we could cover, put those in the comments and we'll do it. Until next time, stay tuned, stay witty, and keep the TV marathon alive.